Hello kids, I am Priyanka and I'm back again with my new chapter, The Photograph. I was 10 years old. My grandmother sat on the string bed under the mango tree. It was late summer and there were sunflowers in the garden and the warm wind in the trees. My grandmother was knitting a woolen scarf for the winter's warm wind in the trees. My grandmother was knitting a woolen scarf of the winter months. She was very old, dressed in a plain white sari. Her eyes were not very strong now, but her finger moved quickly with the needles, and the needles kept clicking all afternoon. Grandmother had white hair, but there was very few wrinkles on her skin. He had come home after playing cricket on the Maidan. I had come home after playing cricket on the Maidan. I had taken my meal, and now I was rummaging in the box of old books and fine family heirlooms that had just been bought out on the attic by my mother. Nothing in the box interested me very much except for a book with colorful pictures of birds and butterflies. I was going through the book looking at the pictures when I found a small photograph between the pages. It was a faded picture, a little yellow and foggy. It was a picture of a girl standing against a wall, and behind the wall there was nothing but sky. But from the other side, a pair of hands reached up, as though someone was going to climb the wall. There were flowers growing near the girl, but I couldn't tell what they are. There are creepers too, but it was just a creeper. I ran out to the garden. Granny, I shouted, look at this picture. I found it in the box of the old things. Whose picture it is? I jumped on the bed beside my grandmother and she enveloped me on the bottom and said, now I have lost count on my stitches, and the next time you do, I'll make you finish the scarf yourself. Granny was always threatening to teach me how to knit, which I thought was a disgraceful thing for a boy to do so. It was a good dint for keeping me out of the mischief. Once I had torn the drawing room curtains, the granny had put a needle and thread in my hand and made me stitch the curtain together, even though I made a long 2 inch stitch, which had to be taken out by grandmother and done again. She took the photograph from my hand and we both stared at it for a quite long time. The girl had long loose hair and she wore a long dress that nearly by covered the ankle and the sleeves that reached her wrists. And there were a lot of bangles on her hand. But despite all this drapery, the girl appeared to be full of freedom and movement. She stood with her legs apart and her hands on her lips. She made her a wide, almost devil smile on her face. Whose picture it is? I asked. The girl, little girl. Of course, said grandmother. Can't you tell? Yes, but till you know the girl. Yes, I knew her, said the granny. But she was very wicked girl. I shouted, tell you about her, but I'll tell you about the photograph. It was taken in your grandfather's house about 60 years ago, and that the garden wall on the other side of the wall was the roadside going to town. Whose hands are they? I always coming up there for another sight. Grandmother squinted and looked closely at the picture. She showed her head. It's the first time I noticed, she said. That must have been the sweeper boy, or maybe they were your grandfather. They don't look like grandfather's hand, I said. His hands are all bony. Yes, but this was 60 years ago. Didn't he climb up the wall after the photo? No, nobody climbed up. At least I don't remember. And you remember well, Granny. Come on, Granny, I said. Tell me, tell me. But grandmother shook her head and carried on with her knitting. I held the photograph in my hand, looking up from it to my grandmother and back again, trying to find points in common between the old lady and the little big tailed girl. 11 colored butterflies settled on the end of the grandmother knitting needles, and I stayed there while the needle clicked away. I made a grab at a butterfly and it flew off in dipping light and settled on the sunflower. I wonder whose hands were they, whispered grandmother to herself, with her head bowed in her needles clicking away in the soft warm silence of that summer afternoon. Thank you.